There's 6 steps that you need to take in order to attach a international sales agent or a local distributor to your film, and I'm going to tell you what those are in this video. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Alexi Ouzas. I'm a producer and the owner of Exile Entertainment. We're a production company based in Australia. I've lead produced 8 feature films, EP'd another 4, and helped another 10 get financed through my Producing Accelerated program. And I'm here to help open the doors and show you an inside look into the business side of the film industry. So how do you go about attaching an international sales agent or a local distributor to your project? Okay, well, step 1 is you have to make a high quality product. So whether that's a screenplay during the financing stage or it's the finished film at completion, the product has to be good, because the product is what is going to sell the project more than anything else. You know, you can be a great salesperson, you can be great at cold emailing and getting people to look at your content, but at the end of the day, all those things are really just leading to the point in time that the person on the other end either watches your film or reads your script. And at that point, that is going to do the heavy lifting for you. So it sounds obvious, but number 1 is create a high quality product. That is going to make all the difference when it comes to attaching these types of companies. So if you're in the pre-financing stage or in the financing stage, so pre-production, and you're looking to attach a sales agent, first thing that you want to do is create a list of sales agents who are representing films that are similar to yours. So how do you do that? Well, I would suggest simply Googling film sales agents, and what should come up in one of the first results is a directory of film sales agents that's put together by Screen Australia, which is the main funding agency in Australia. If it doesn't come up when you Google film sales agents, I would just add Screen Australia to the end of that, and you're going to find a directory of sales agents that is quite comprehensive and includes similar films that they've worked on. Now, they are Australian films, but they're going to give you an idea of the types of genres, budget levels, when they like to get involved, and who you should be speaking to. So simple as that. Grab that directory, start looking at the sales agents that rep similar films to yours, create a spreadsheet, make sure their names are in there and their contact details. Now, if you want to go further than that, there's a couple different ways you can do it. There is a paid directory called Sonando that you can access. Basically, anyone that's in the industry ends up on Sonando at some point. So you can jump in there and use the filters to search for sales agents, and you can filter it by genre, country, all sorts of things. It's the same for local distributors as well. So you're not going to find local distributors on that sales agent directory I told you about, but you are going to find them in Sonando. And then if you don't want to pay for Sonando, simply just do a Google search and start combing through the results, and again, start putting together a list of sales agents and distributors. I would essentially just in a spreadsheet have 2 tabs, one for sales agents and one for your local distributors. So if you're in the financing stage or in the pre-production stage, then what you want to do is basically reach out to those companies at bulk. So don't do it one at a time, just blast them all at the same time. And you basically want to send out an email that has a logline or short synopsis, and you want to attach a lookbook, so a creative document that's hopefully going to wow those people, and it's going to entice them to ask for the screenplay. Now, this is really important. Don't send the screenplay when you first email someone. Get them to ask, get them to make a commitment to read the screenplay, get them excited in the project. Don't give them everything at once. You want to tease them a little bit. Then when they ask for the screenplay, then you send the screenplay. If they like the screenplay, they're going to come back to you and either ask for the finance plan, or they're simply going to want to open up discussions with you about acquiring the international rights to the project or the domestic rights. So that's the process. Lookbook first, screenplay second, finance plan if they ask for it. Make sure you have all those documents ready before you reach out. Now, if your film is completed and you're reaching out to sales agents, then we're going to substitute the screenplay for the completed film. You basically just want the film on a Vimeo link, password protected, and they're likely not going to ask for the finance plan at that point, but I would have it ready just in case. And so again, process is the same. Hit them up with the lookbook, get them to ask for the screener. Once they ask for the screener, send that, and then open up discussions around a deal. Now at that point, if discussions open up, what you want to have ready is a lawyer or an attorney or a producer or an EP, but someone that can help you navigate that negotiation and ensure that you're asking for the right terms and you're asking for an appropriate amount of money or length of term or rights. So you really just want to have someone there that can act as an advisor or a mentor and help you through that process. And then ultimately, if you do come to an agreement, then you just want to lock that in, get an agreement drawn up between you, sign it up, and then be ready to deliver, if your film is completed, deliver any deliverables that they're going to need in order to release the film for you. So that's it. That's the process of how you attach a sales agent or distributor. It's not that difficult. You just have to follow those steps. And one thing that I would absolutely keep in mind is that anyone in the film industry is, usually busy and looking at many projects at one time. So don't be afraid of following them up. Follow them up multiple times, at least 3 to 4 times before you give up on that company or that person. And the other tip that I would give you is to look at the major film markets that happen in a year. And the ones that come to mind immediately for me, but this is not a definitive list, is Berlin, so EFM, the European film market. Cannes is a big film market. Toronto has a big film market, and the American film market in November. Those are kind of really the key main ones throughout the year, but there are more. So do your own research and find out when those markets are. And I would avoid going out to a sales agent or a distributor within around 4 weeks of the starting time of that market. Now, the reason that's important is because once it gets to about 4 weeks, kind of leading up to that market, they're going to be busy prepping all the films that they've already acquired for that festival, and they're going to for that market, and they're going to be getting ready for it. And it just means that the amount of time that they have to read scripts is limited. So as much as you can, avoid that period. That's it for this video. Hopefully that has demystified the process of attaching a sales agent or a distributor. And what I would say is just don't be scared, don't be afraid to do it. Just go out to them and you have nothing to lose. So that's it for the video. Hope you liked it. Leave some comments in the comments section below if there's any more information that you want from this video, or if there's any other topics that you want me to cover in these videos. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified when we post a video.